हेलो एंड वेलकम टू AGSKI 360 पॉडकास्ट। मैं हूं तेजस्वी। आज के हमारे पॉडकास्ट के स्पेशल गेस्ट, इनके बारे में मैं कहना चाहूंगी, ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट सीनियर शेफ, ICF के जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं और इसके नाते वो इंडियन शेफ से रिलेटेड यानी कि उन्हें ग्लोबल स्टेज पर कैसे रिप्रेजेंट होना है, क्या अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलनी चाहिए, इन सभी बातों को ग्लोबल स्टेज तक पहुंचाते हैं। So we will talk about Indian chefs and Indian cuisines and future of F&B and also about Tastepreneur. So let's welcome Chef Vivek Sagar.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so
Seriously.
much, sir, for coming. Sir, let's start from your journey. Like कि कहा जाता है कि जो आपकी जर्नी है वो रोलर कोस्टर है.
Wow.
And so उस नाते मैं पूछना चाहूंगी कि what were the key moments जब आपको लगा कि जिन्होंने आपको मोटिवेट किया that I should go into the culinary?
Okay, so this has, food is something which I'm very fond of, and it's I think the best pleasure it gives me. Uh, since childhood, I've seen my mother cooking and cooking our favorite dishes, and then got married, had my wife cooking for the entire family. So obviously that was one of the key motivators. But having said that, a lot of these things were in place. But iske saath saath, when we did our 12th, passed out of 12th, so at that point of time also it was widely believed that only doing graduation will not fetch you a very good job. And the trend was to do professional courses. And at that point of time, there was no social media, nothing. So the only source was either you're talking to your friends, your relatives, or in your parents' friend circle, and plus newspapers and magazines, print media. So of course, like everyone else, I also appeared for a number of courses. One of them was I came across an advertisement in hotel management.
Okay.
So at that time, this was something which was not very widely known, but was I would say emerging career opportunity. So we appeared for the entrance, got selected for it, and were very happy that we're doing a professional course. And it was a course where I was attracted to food. So एक बहुत बड़ा satisfaction था कि अच्छा खाना बनाने और खाने दोनों को मिलेगा.
Okay, so you started these things in
1987. So I joined my hotel management course in 1984, passed out in 87.
And then you joined your first job maybe in
Yes.
1987.
That's right.
So was it difficult choosing a career in 1987? Like if we talk right now, so हमारे लिए जो हम लोग young mindsets हैं, चलो मैंने तो फिर भी कुछ चीजें करके like I did internship and then I got a place like this. ठीक है? So when you were deciding in 1987, as you told me अभी कि there were only two resources for the information, either newspaper and magazines. Those are like similar forms.
और या फैमिली और फ्रेंड
या फिर
सर्कल
फैमिली में किसी ने गाइड
कौन क्या कर रहा है, फैमिली फ्रेंड सर्कल में किसके जो हमारे से बड़े थे वो उनके बच्चे क्या कर रहे हैं. So those were the only sources of knowing what's happening.
So but अगर हम उस टाइम पे बात करें कि करियर डिसाइड करना क्या कोई बहुत बिग चैलेंज या कोई टास्क था जैसे कि अभी है? Because
उस टाइम भी चैलेंज था. It is always a challenge for each generation, because what you decide to do in your life defines a lot of aspects of life as you move along. So it was आज की तारीख में, in fact it is much easier. You have internet. उस time there was no internet. There were no mobile phones. There was no Google. आपको आज की तारीख में at the few clicks on a mobile or on your laptop, you have all the information. दुनिया के किस कोने में what courses are being done. we had no such this thing. So our this thing, I would say, was much tougher than as compared to today's generation.
So, which state do you belong?
I belong to Delhi, born and brought up in Delhi.
Okay. So, दिल्ली की गलियों में तो बहुत घूमा होगा.
दिल्ली की गलियों में घूमे हैं, बहुत घूमे हैं.
ओके, चांदनी चौक के बारे में बताइए. फिर वहां पे तो आपने चांदनी चौक के बारे में कहा जाता है कि देयर इज अ पराठा गली. ठीक है, स्पेसिफिकली आई हैव बीन टू चांदनी चौक, बट मैं स्पेसिफिकली पराठा वाली गली में नहीं जा पाई हूँ.
Okay.
सो हाँ, मैं जानना
So
चाहूंगी.
those are iconic places, and आज से 30-40 साल पहले जो चांदनी चौक का कैरेक्टर था या जो दुकानें थी, ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम बहुत सी बंद हो गई हैं. So a lot of food walks and these kind of initiatives are being taken by my fellow chefs also, who organize these food walks and educate today's generation of these iconic places and Delhi ka khana jisko hum kehte hain. And these are something which have now undergone a lot of transformation. But still, having said that, there are a lot of good shops which are still operating and serving the traditional fare of Delhi ka khana.
एंड इफ वी टॉक अबाउट लाइक कि आपका फेवरेट वहां पे क्या कुजीन है चांदनी चौक में? व्हाट डू यू लाइक टू ईट?
It's a very difficult question. सारा कुछ ही अच्छा है वहाँ पे. You don't get to eat that kind of food every day. So जब भी जाओ आप, like you mentioned, पराठे वाली गली. So they have, very different. Then there are a lot of old sweet shops. So वहाँ की जो preparations हैं, those are very different from what you get in other parts of the city. सर्दियाँ हैं, देसी घी का, गाजर का हलवा है. Those kind of dishes are there. So yeah, मटका कुल्फी है. So वो खाने का एक जायका और स्वाद अलग ही है.
तो आपको सब कुछ पसंद है. चांदनी चौक इज एक्चुअली लाइक दिल के करीब.
Everyone loves it.
हाँ.
Everyone loves it.
Okay, so अच्छा, why you like ki give importance to the science of food and nutrition? Like I've been like watching some of the podcast of yours, and you mentioned there कि you love teaching about food and nutrition. So मैं जानना चाहूंगी कि वो आपके दिल के इतना करीब क्यों है, teaching about food and nutrition?
So जब हमने hotel management किया, at that point of time, it used to be one of the subjects we were taught. उस वक्त हमें शायद उसकी importance इतनी नहीं समझ आई, which growing up we realized. You see, the food which you eat has a direct impact on your physical and mental well-being. And why it becomes important teaching to the younger generation today is, eating junk food or high calorie food or comfort food or convenience foods, these are all processed foods. ठीक है, they have a certain element of convenience, very easy, बिना कुछ किए आपने ऑनलाइन ऑर्डर किया, मंगा लिया, बट इंस्टेंटली, राइट. बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे जो घर में बना हुआ खाना है, जो उसके न्यूट्रिशनल एस्पेक्ट्स हैं घर का, चाहे वो फुल्का, चपाती, चावल, रोटी, दाल, non-veg, whatever, that has a different impact on your body. And if you're eating right, this will definitely save you from a lot of lifestyle diseases which the generation faces today or the world faces today. Obesity is one, right? Heart diseases, diabetes. So these are all related to lifestyle, and food is part of lifestyle. No celebration, no event is complete without food being integral part of it. So once in a while, of course, it's fine, but eventually you need to understand what is wholesome food and what are the nutritional benefits we derive. In today's world, what is happening is you have deficiency of vitamin C, you are prescribed vitamin C tablets, you have deficiency of sunlight, उसके लिए आपको अलग supplements दिए. But if you're eating and you understand and realize wholesome food and its nutritional aspect, You don't need any of these, supplements which
Correct.
doctors are prescribing you, and we are eating foolishly. That is why it becomes important.
अच्छा, लेकिन हम लोग अभी देख रहे हैं जैसे बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट फूड साइंस और ये सारी चीजें, तो जो सेलेब्स हैं वो लोग खुद आके कह रहे हैं कि मीठा मत खाइए। तो डू यू फील कि मीठा हमें बिल्कुल नहीं खाना चाहिए? लाइक सम ऑफ द सेलिब्रिटीज दे आर सेइंग कि मीठा इज पॉइजन।
I disagree with that statement कि मीठा is poison. Meetha is not poison. Meetha or anything taken in excess obviously is harmful. चाहे वो मीठा हो, चाहे वो पान हो, गुटखा हो, alcohol हो, any of these. Excess of anything will have a different impact on your body.
Definitely.
As long as everything is in moderation and within limits, it's not harmful. अब आप कहोगे मीठा है, गन्ने का जूस पीना है, या you understand what is गंडेरी?
गंडेरी गन्ना ही, गन्ना कोई
गन्ने के छोटे पीसेस आजकल तो नहीं नजर आते.
अच्छा.
Otherwise when we were kids.
बट मैंने खाए हैं.
So शाम के टाइम गर्मियों में there used to be street hawkers selling peeled and small pieces of sugar cane.
Literally?
Being sold. And you weigh it and buy it and then you eat. Chew it, squeeze out the juice and throw the residue out.
और अभी हम आइसक्रीम खाते हैं.
आज हम खाली आइसक्रीम खाते हैं. Ice-cream is a processed food. You must have seen, I think, the company is Amul, which claims that we are the only ice cream, genuine ice cream. We are the only manufacturers. Others are all called ice creams, but technically they are not ice creams. आज की तारीख में there are a lot of processed food. I'm more than sure majority of institutes or majority of hotel management students really don't know how to use fresh dairy cream, because that is something which has just gone out of use. It has been replaced by all artificial cream, which is coming in Tetra packs. So beating cream was an art जब हमने काम शुरू किया या सीखना शुरू किया. आज की तारीख में I don't see that happening. Nobody knows. You open the can Tetra pack and use it. Non-dairy cream. At that point of time, you'll be surprised. Black Forest cake, pineapple cake, these were the most, and maybe butterscotch or ek do or variety. They were the most popular cakes at bakeries, and they all used fresh dairy cream, and they had shelf life even after refrigeration of not more than 36 to 48 hours if refrigerated at the correct temperature. Today you buy a pastry, it's all non-dairy cream. Keep it for 1 week in your fridge, nothing goes wrong. Dairy cream will turn sour. It didn't have a shelf life. So that is again a processed food which you're eating. So how many people really understand the difference between a fresh cream, dairy cream, and a non-dairy cream? This also brings me back to the question you asked earlier. Why teaching about nutrition is important? Why it is important about teaching about wholesome food?
Because people are not aware.
Because they are not aware, because nobody is using it. No bakery wants to use fresh dairy cream because if it's not sold, its food cost will kill him. It will be a waste. But non-dairy cream, nothing is going to go wrong.
Correct. ओके, बट जब मैं आपसे यहाँ पे बात कर रही हूँ तो मुझे एक्चुअली एक क्वेश्चन अभी आ रहा है कि ना यार, जैसे हम लोग मॉर्निंग में कहीं पे निकल रहे हैं, ठीक है, अब क्या होता है कि हमारी जो लाइफस्टाइल हो गई है, एक्चुअली मेजर जो चेंज है वो लाइफस्टाइल का ही है. अब हम कहीं बाहर जा रहे हैं तो मॉर्निंग में एक तो हम लोग तैयार नहीं कर पाते कोई चीज कि हमें रास्ते में ये चीज खाना है, ठीक है. सो हम लोग क्या करें, और हमारे पास में लाइक ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी भी है कि हम मेट्रो पे चीजें खरीद सकते हैं. मेट्रो पे आप देखेंगे जगह जगह पे वेंडर्स हैं या फिर ये सारी चीजें,
वेंडिंग मशीन्स लगी हैं.
यस, वेंडिंग मशीन्स हैं. तो वो जो टेट्रा पैक वाली चीज है या पैक्ड फूड है, फास्ट फूड है, वो उसको हम अवॉइड कैसे करें?
I think you need to plan your life better. What happens, what I see happening with the younger generation today is it's not a criticism. Let me clarify, it's an observation. They want to do everything at the last moment. आपको अगर ब्रेकफास्ट बनाना है, let's say even if you want to eat bread omelette or anything, get up half an hour earlier, sleep on time. But our addiction to internet related apps is so much that even on lying on the bed, आप फेसबुक पे चले गए, आप इंस्टा पे चले गए, आप व्हाट्सएप मैसेजेस चेक कर रहे हैं, एंड इन द प्रोसेस यू रियलाइज कि आप पिछले 1 घंटे से बेड पे लेटे हुए थे, यू आर स्टिल वॉचिंग, सो यू हैव रिड्यूस्ड योर स्लीप टाइम. Body has its own mechanism of resting. It needs X amount of hours.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
You also, everybody knows that. But do we realize, are we providing that rest to the body? You shouldn't be off any kind of devices at least 40-45 minutes before you go off to sleep or you retire in the bed. Heavens are not going to fall if you haven't checked the WhatsApp message. We grew up in a world when all these things did not exist. There was no mobile phone. Landline phones came at a premium. There were no emails. There were inland letters and postcards. Have you ever written a postcard or an inland?
I have written. Actually, it was not just to post. ठीक है, वो just एक experience के लिए my नाना जी suggested me कि आप please एक postcard लिखो just to experience that. तो वो मैं post नहीं कर पाई थी, but I have written.
So, but how? What I'm trying to say? What is the percentage? I'm not being person specific here. So things didn't come to an end. The life still went on. We have, there was a research I was reading which has said the use of internet and its related applications, whatever,
correct,
they have made our life 55% busier than what it was about a decade and a half ago. Because we are spending so much time on this.
True.
Earlier, all these things were not there. We were utilizing that time elsewhere. Today, you switch on the TV. How many channels do you have?
There are
how many
channels.
Online? Yeah. How much choice? At our when we were growing up as kids, there used to be Doordarshan only.
Correct.
और एक शाम को ही ट्रांसमिशन 4 घंटे के लिए आता था, एक ही चैनल होता था, तो बारी बारी से सब देख लेते थे, बाकी सारा दिन तो नहीं था ना. आज आप खाली बैठे हो, आप मेट्रो में भी बैठे हो, बोर हो रहे हो, आपने ऑनलाइन पिक्चर देखनी शुरू कर दी. यू आर स्ट्रेनिंग योर आईज आल्सो.
Also, there is lack of interaction between people.
You will be surprised. I won't name the event. I went for a event and I was very surprised seeing a raised platform there. और स्टॉल टाइप बना हुआ था, उसका फेशिया प्लेट पे लिखा था मेक अ फ्रेंड. And I was like, what the hell is this? Make a friend? I mean, then I inquired from the organizer. Said idea is to encourage the younger generation to make friends and meet them physically. Today, majority of them have 5,000 virtual friends. But जिनके साथ आप रियल फ्रेंड्स, जिनके साथ आप रियल लाइफ में इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हो, मिल रहे हो, वो बहुत कम रह गए हैं. So trying to get that back. And I was laughing. I said, making friends, if I'm standing at a bus stop, I can still get along, start a conversation with a fellow waiting passenger there. So you make friends like that. You're traveling in a train or an aircraft, you start a conversation. But आज की generation, they are confined to themselves only. So all this is because of our dear friend internet. सब use करते हैं, and it has, I personally feel that it has reduced us into a shell.
बट देन हम इसको अवॉइड भी तो नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज इट इज somehow helping us as well. So
See, everything has pros and cons.
yeah.
So avoid नहीं कर सकते. You have to move with the times. Totally agree with that. But उसका usage restrict तो कर सकते हैं.
Yes.
Like I said, over usage of anything is going to have its effect.
Okay, coming back to
Coming
our
back
topic.
to
Yeah. So ICF के पे बात करते हैं हम
हाँ
लोग.
जी.
So इंडियन culinary forum के आप जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं. So being that आपको शेफ्स को लेकर के बहुत सारी चीजों को लेकर के रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है दैट यू हैव टू उनकी चीजों को लेकर के उनके इश्यूज को लेकर के आपको ग्लोबल स्टेज पे भी पहुंचाना है, उनके बेटरमेंट के लिए आपको स्टेप्स भी लेने हैं. तो ये एक बहुत मेजर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. सो उसके नाते क्या क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज मैं चाहूंगी कि आप एक बार हमें बता पाए, हमारे ऑडियंस को जानना चाहिए. थोड़ा सा मैं चाहूंगी आईसीएफ के बारे में भी आप अगर हमें बताएं कि इंडियन culinary फोरम क्या है.
So Indian Culinary Forum is a oldest association in India of professional chefs. It was started by late chef Arvind Saraswat. At that point of time, it was under a French association, but then it was formed in India. And of course, we entered the association much later. हमारे से जो सीनियर और ज़्यादा एक्सपीरियंस शेफ्स हैं, they took the initiative and went ahead with this thing. But coming back to as a general secretary or as an entire team of my joint secretaries along with our vice president, our basic this thing aim is to recognize and honor the skills of chefs in various cuisines, various categories. India is a very diverse country, not in terms of only languages but cuisines, right? So that is one. Then we also want to educate our chefs, for which we keep organizing, seminars and master classes, whether it is in food photography, because that has also become a job which a chef has to handle nowadays. So he must understand the basics of this. There are no formal courses, और अगर हैं भी तो शेफ के पास इतना टाइम नहीं है कि वो जाके एक फुल फ्लेज कोर्स अटेंड करे. Then we have also held sessions on financial literacy.
Okay.
Because when you do hotel management, they don't teach you. And I guess not only hotel management, no institute teaches you about financial literacy. आपने कॉलेज स्कूल जहाँ से भी पढ़े, क्या आपको किसी ने पढ़ाया कि आपको पैसा कैसे इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, क्यों करना चाहिए, लॉन्ग रन में क्या होगा, what are mutual funds, what are stock markets, what are FDs, blah blah blah.
नहीं.
So that is also one thing which we feel should be there. Then about insurance plans, we keep organizing these kind of sessions which are knowledge giving sessions. And this also may not be directly related to a chef's profession, but chef is also an individual who's running a family. He needs to plan or secure the future of his family. Correct. Which is also. So these kind of suggestions keep coming to us through our members, and हमारा ये effort रहता है कि we organize such sessions. We do master classes of the chefs. Even when during COVID, we tied up with association called Hospitality Purchasing Managers Forum, and we did a video of chefs sharing, encouraging bites. We organized online master classes with various companies to keep the chefs busy, and you have to take your mind off the tension and the scenario that was prevailing. So those kind of efforts are there. Similarly, in terms of, if I talk of competitions, India has negligible presence in international competitions, or which are competitions hosted by other countries, and maybe they are endorsed by WAX, which is I think about 100 12 or 15 odd countries called World Associations of Chef Societies.
Okay.
So we want that Indian chefs should participate. Some movement has taken place, but participation means spending a lot of money, a lot of training. So I always urge other colleagues in my other associations
Mm-hmm.
to earmark some funds for this purpose. So these are the general activities which we do as an association.
And if we talk about ki, what is the most impactful change needed here कि हम इस चीज को अचीव कर पाए.
So a lot of support is needed from state government, central government, because everybody cannot afford to go and participate in these competitions or do food festivals because there are several costs attached to it. For example, if you have to do food festival, till now it has been restricted or done in countries where by the government hotels and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good initiative, but then it has to go beyond government this thing. Government ke alawa, there are so many big companies running different hotel chains. They also have chefs. No? They can also go and showcase their cuisines.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
पैन इंडिया नॉर्थ ईस्ट का तो आई डोंट थिंक आज तक किसी ने जाके शोकेस किया. नॉर्थ ईस्ट में भी 7 सिस्टर स्टेट्स आर देयर. हर एक का अलग कुजीन है.
Yes.
आपने खाया खाना?
No.
वी डोंट नो.
हम लोग तो वो
ईस्ट
चाइनीज
इंडिया का
को
भी नहीं
समझते हैं, लाइक कि जो
हाँ.
चाइनीज हम नूडल्स खा रहे हैं, सो वी थिंक ये
नॉर्थ ईस्ट है तो बस ये भी उसी टाइप का होगा, बट
because वो हमारे को फीड कर रही
whereas it is very different. So within India, a lot of change has taken place. So coming back to this competition के लिए, there are participation fees, there is a cost on training, there are transportation, you need somebody to fly out, local accommodation, all those things, uniforms, a lot of expenses are there. So state tourism boards can chip in here.
Yeah.
Ministry of Skill can chip in here. And though they have this excellent initiative, India has been participating for now more than a decade. There is a competition called World Skills Competition, with which I was also involved for a decade. A precursor to that is India Skills Competition, which is only meant for young people. India has been participating, and as far as hospitality skills are concerned, I was kind of leading the entire this thing for them. And for the last 4 consecutive times, we've never came back empty-handed. In fact, India का पहला silver medal भी hospitality skill में confectionery and patisserie में ही मिला था.
Okay.
Way back in 2017. So these kind of initiatives have started taking place, but a lot more needs to be done.
So it's like कि जैसे sports में भी काफी सारी lacking थी पहले, although they have improved. So
they have improved. So यहाँ भी improvement शुरू हुआ है. You see, अब ये जो मैं competition बता रहा हूँ, lot of state governments give cash rewards as part of recognition. Central government gives not only to the competitor which represents the country, but also to their trainers.
Okay.
They also get, if their competitor wins, they also get a cash reward.
Wow.
जबकि I feel कॉम्पिटिटर ने तो मेहनत की ही की है, उसके मेंटर ने, उसके ट्रेनर ने उससे ज्यादा मेहनत की है उसके ऊपर. सो उसको भी इक्वल रिकग्निशन मिलना चाहिए in terms of monetary this thing. Similarly, all these catering colleges, all different culinary associations pan India, they should have competitions में cash rewards. Just giving a gold medal and a certificate.
Correct.
I think money is the greatest motivator for all of us. Let's face it. Let's not be hypocrite. If I get good money paid, I'm prepared to do better than that. And that's a sense, gives you a sense of achievement.
Also improvement के लिए भी हमारे को एक वो push मिलता है कि
And now
skill
we
is-
have institutes and infrastructure in India being developed. I recently went to Hyderabad, went to a huge restaurant spread over 50,000 square feet. And that is called Roast,
okay,
right?
yeah,
Very impressive, state of the art kitchens, and a lot of academies I've seen which have state of the art or international level infrastructure. The trainers who are teaching them are teaching which is at par with the international standards. So a lot of improvement has taken place over the years, but still a lot more needs to be done.
ओके एंड अगर हम बात करें हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री में स्किल डेवलपमेंट की, सो हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज दिस, एंड ऑल्सो जो अस्पायरिंग शेफ्स हैं उनके लिए ये कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है?
कुकिंग इज अ स्किल, ठीक है, चाहे वो आप बना रहे हो या मैं बना रहा हूँ, स्किलिंग का ही हिस्सा है ना, वो एक स्किल है. आपने साइकिलिंग सीखी, इट इज अ स्किल. आपने स्विमिंग सीखी, इट इज अ स्किल, राइट? लाइफ लॉन्ग रहती है वो आपके साथ. सो एनी स्किल यू need to have, and the skill will obviously ensure that you have a strong foundation in a skill. अगर आपने through a professional course वो सीखी है, and will come in very handy in your professional growth as well.
करेक्ट. एक रैपिड फायर हो जाए अभी यहाँ पे.
रैपिड फायर भी है अभी.
यस. सो रैपिड फायर में यू हैव टू लाइक आंसर वेरी फास्ट, ठीक है?
वेरी फास्ट. हाउ मेनी
Yes.
सेकंड्स? क्या इनाम मिलेगा?
इनाम इज टेस्टप्रेन्योर.
ओके.
ओके, सो टेस्टप्रेन्योर का जो सक्सेस है हम सबका इनाम है, आई थिंक देयर इज
Yes.
नो डाउट अबाउट इट,
Okay.
राइट? So yeah, so the very first question, one ingredient you can't live without.
Onions.
I also like onions. I don't know why.
इंटरनेट पे ढूंढो उसके क्या हेल्थ बेनिफिट्स है.
You tell me.
I don't know. You
नहीं?
find out and tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you. But I really like onions. Like-
Same here. I like it eating them raw, being a Punjabi,
Okay.
and I also like to use them in cooking.
Do you have any funny story related to like onions? Any?
Onions का तो नहीं है,
Mm-hmm.
but I was working when I started my career. So I was working in a Chinese restaurant, and we had a young couple. It was obviously a 5-star hotel. A young couple came, love lawn, and they came, saw the menu. So this guy who took the order came to the kitchen, order दे दिया, order serve हो गया. अब one of the dishes he had ordered was it was a Chinese restaurant, and which had word eggplant.
Okay.
You know what eggplant is?
Yeah, बैंगन.
बैंगन, ठीक है.
Hmm.
अब जब खाना सर्व हुआ उसका, so he made a ruckus. So the steward came in and we also came. What is this noise? So he said, मैंने एग प्लांट वाली डिश की थी. मैंने कहा सर यही है. उसने कहा इसमें एग का है. And the guy was at loss to explain him कि सर एग प्लांट बैंगन को कहते हैं. He said नहीं, इसमें एग का है.
वो इंडियन थे?
But then बैंगन को एग प्लांट कहते हैं, ऑपरजीन भी कहते हैं. Point is how many people know about this? लोगों को नहीं पता, but the failure was at our
Eggplant
end.
कहते हैं और क्या कहते हैं?
Aubergine.
Aubergine. Okay, I was not aware of this
So-
second word.
So
Aubergine.
that's okay. Everyone is not aware of everything.
हम्म.
हमारे लिए तो खैर ये terminology है and we need to know. But this should have been explained or clarified either by the guest or explained by the hotel staff or the steward. कि सर eggplant बैंगन को कहते हैं. Are you sure this is the dish? Explanation देना चाहिए था. वो नहीं दिया. And एक छोटी सी ignorance made turned out into be a issue.
Chaos. Okay. back to the rapid fire. Okay, so second question is sweet or savory?
Name of the dish?
No, you have like
Sweet.
you have to, yeah, you like sweets, no? Okay, your go-to comfort food after a long day in the kitchen.
Home food. Home cooked food. Basic chapati, dal, sabzi, maybe something non-veg.
Do you like achar?
Yeah.
What
I
kind
like
of achar do you like? Like
What kind of achar? I like chili, मिर्च का अचार.
उसको लाइक यूपी में उसको बोलते हैं भरा मिर्चा. रेड रेड अचार, राइट? ओके.
राजस्थान में भी आती है.
हाँ,
राजस्थान का भी आता है. लाल मिर्च भी होती है, हरी मिर्च भी होती है. राजस्थान का वो मिर्ची बड़ा सुना है ना, वो स्पाइसी नहीं होता, बट कभी कभार निकल जाता है. सो एनी चिली पिकल, चिली विनेगर, चिली पेस्ट.
you love chilies.
I like spicy food.
If you were not a chef, what would you be?
I would have been an event organizer.
Why?
I'm good at things, organizing things.
Correct. Okay, so a cooking trend you secretly wish would disappear.
Would disappear.
Yep.
Fusion.
You don't like fusion?
फ्यूजन के नाम पे कंफ्यूजन ज्यादा हो गया आजकल.
Like कैसे?
अब आप लेट्स से मिर्ची बड़ा में गुलाब जामुन स्टफ करके सर्व करोगे तो ना आपको इसका टेस्ट आएगा ना उसका.
Correct. I agree.
फ्यूजन के नाम पे हो गया ना वो.
अच्छा, your favorite kitchen tool?
फेवरेट किचन नाइफ शार्पनर.
अच्छा, अगर हमें नाइफ को शार्प करना हो तो हम किस तरीके से उसको करें? बेस्ट वे क्या है?
सो देयर आज की तारीख में पहले तो आपने कारपेंटर को देखा काम करते हुए. वो सुबह जब आता है सबसे पहले वो अपने सारे टूल्स खोल के शार्पन करता है. सो एक टूल होता है उसका रंधा, जिससे वो शेविंग्स निकालता है वुड की. वो उसको ब्लेड को गीले पत्थर के ऊपर रब करता है. सो दैट इज द ट्रेडिशनल वे ऑफ शार्पनिंग अ नाइफ. और नाइफ इतना शार्पन हो जाएगा कि आप ये कागज लोगे ना, ऐसे घुमाओगे और नाइफ कागज को स्लाइस थ्रू कर देगा. ठीक है. सो दैट इज वन वे ऑफ डूइंग इट. देन देयर आर शार्पनिंग नाइफ शार्पनिंग रॉड्स आते हैं. सो इट्स लाइक दिस एंड यू मूव ऑन दैट. देन यू हैव नाइफ शार्पनर वेयर देयर you know in a small compact thing there are several round discs interlocking each other both ways, left and right. उसके बीच के अंदर से आप नाइफ को पुल थ्रू करो. सो अगर आपका नाइफ शार्प नहीं है तो वो एक आपको सॉर्ट ऑफ ग्रिप से खींचना पड़ेगा. अगर है तो इट विल बी अ स्मूथ ग्लाइड. टेक्निक्स. दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज मिसिंग इन मेजॉरिटी ऑफ इंडियन किचन्स. नाइफ ब्लंट हो गया, फेंक दो.
एक्चुअली ये क्वेश्चन किसी हमारे व्यूअर्स ने पूछा था, so I had to mention this here. Okay, so best piece of advice which you have received?
Believe in yourself. If you have to do something, you have to believe in yourself. जो मैं कर रहा हूँ ठीक कर रहा हूँ.
The most overrated food trend right now?
Overrated, so I won't say that any food trend is overrated, because trends come and go, and majority of the trends which are coming and going are flowing in from the Western countries.
Okay, so one dish you still patch, one dish you still dream of perfecting?
Plain boiled rice.
Why?
एक एक दाना खिला हुआ होना चाहिए, fully cooked होना चाहिए.
Okay.
That's what we should be.
Okay, so अभी हमारा rapid fire यहाँ पे खत्म हो गया है. I'll have like very few questions at the end. At the end, yes, the very few, like just 2 questions. So I have been told कि शेफ को ये पता है कि क्या अभी ट्रेंड्स चल रहे हैं F&B इंडस्ट्री में एंड क्या आने वाले हैं, ठीक है। एंड ऑल्सो मैं चाहूंगी थोड़ा सा आप AI का रोल भी बता पाओ हमें, बिकॉज AI इज समथिंग विच इज हेल्पिंग लाइक शेफ को भी मेन्यू, चाहे वो क्यूरेट करने हो या फिर बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। सो ये सारी चीजें मैं चाहूंगी कि आप हमें बता पाए।
ओके, पूछो।
सो ट्रेंड्स, ठीक है, जो अभी राइट नाउ फूड ट्रेंड्स हैं, ठीक है, या फिर कुछ भी culinary में जो भी अभी ट्रेंड चल
So
रहा
one
है।
of the trends which is going to stay here is farm to fork, using
Yeah.
local ingredients.
हाँ, करेक्ट।
ठीक है,
हाँ।
and rather than importing those ingredients, जबकि एवोकाडो वगैरह आजकल काफी ट्रेंड में है और बहुत इंपोर्ट होके आ रहे हैं. बट मोर देन दैट, यू माइट हैव रियलाइज्ड इंग्रेडिएंट्स लाइक बीटरूट, चुकंदर, जो कोई नहीं खाता, खाली सिरके वाले प्याज बनाने के लिए यूज होता था, आज की तारीख में बहुत सारे प्रिपरेशंस में यूज हो रहा है. सो इंडियनाइजेशन ऑफ while preparing cuisines of the other world and using Indian ingredients. एक कुछ साल पहले, about a decade ago, I think sun dried import होके आ रहे थे tomatoes.
Okay.
But Indian chefs are very talented, and if I may use the word jugadu, they can find ways and means of doing things and perfecting them. So आज की तारीख में this particular ingredient is on the decline. We make our own sun-dried tomatoes.
Okay, so that was the podcast, and thank you so much for coming.